13. It's a distaste thing. It's 20, it's 218, 218, July 25th. So, key point. I have no representatives. Anyone claiming to be such or showing up places pretending to be affiliated with me, never trust. That's some of the key terrorists holding me hostage or involved with the key terrorists holding me hostage. Never trust them. Anyone. Even if I've encountered them in life, do not trust anyone claiming to be my representative. Like I said, anyone and everyone I talk to this about acts like I'm psychotic. They're all stealing intellectual property from me. That's a part of the reason why I'm pretending my life is theirs. It's just like weird army of posers who are pretending my data was theirs when it was never theirs, and they tried to murder me to cover it up, and then they hired these neurophysiological weapons terrorists and hitmen to hold me hostage, who have now been holding me hostage for 7 years. That's to do with my data, my Apple ID, peacejusticeunity at gmail.com, my justicepeaceunity at gmail.com Apple ID. So there's this army of fucking posers who have been hiring these neurophysiological weapons terrorists and hitmen to hold me hostage, shock my brain, shock my heart. Never trust them. Anyone who if I contact you with this related, contact you, whatever this Illuminati jazz is, if there are people who show up pretending to be related to me, affiliated with me, they're not. Those are key terrorists involved with what I'm a victim of. So I was like writing to certain people about this conduit thing. Then some of these terrorists hold me hostage, I guess, tried to show up places and pretend to be affiliated with me. They're not. Those are some of the key neurophysiological weapons terrorists and hitmen who are also holding me hostage via a BCI and harvesting from my brain via telepathy. Never trust any maniacs, even if I encountered them in life, because anyone I've encountered in life that I talk to about this acts like I'm psychotic. So don't trust them. But yeah, a lot of these guys are involved in this sexual slavery ring and trying to murder victims of their sexual violence. So don't trust anyone claiming to be involved with me. I'm a victim of these guys. They've been performing big-time sexual slavery, sexual violence, attempts of murder to cover it up, and more. So anyone who shows up, if I contact you, yeah, I don't need you to invade my privacy, and I don't contact you for people to show up. So whoever these guys are, I guess they know some game. Yeah, it's not a game. No one's ever told me anything about it. So if they show up to talk to you, they're not affiliated with me. They're probably terrorists trying to infiltrate your company, put spyware on your systems, compromise your data, what have you. Never trust them. I'm a victim of these terrorists. And then a piece of this is they're all stealing my intellectual property and data. They're selling it in Dallas. They're selling it in Dubai. They're financing rape, murder, pedophilia, terrorism, organized crime, illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution, sexual slavery of disabled people, and then hiring these neurophysiological weapons terrorists and hitmen to discredit legal, financial, and political opponents, as well as to kill them covertly to cover up their severe sexual violence, their severe sexual abuse, and other highly illegal stuff. I wouldn't trust these people at all. If they do show up, no one is affiliated with me. Never trust anyone telling you they're affiliated with me. Report them to the CIA, report them to the FBI, report to the United Nations. Never operate in their circle of control. As their circle of control, their investigators are terrorists too. None of them have credibility. They're all a bunch of criminals stealing. For example, this is where you know they have no credibility. This has gone on for 7 years and not one of them has reported betting impersonation. That's been going on for 7 years. So that's how you know they have no credibility. This has been going on for 7 years. Not one of them have reported theft of my intellectual property, data, or ideas, or that it's my life. This has been going on for 7 years, and they're still lying and covering up that I'm the real implanted guy with whatever they call the mother and implant and covering up everything else. So that should just be screaming no credibility. This has been going on for 7 years, and they still haven't told you that they've been pretending my DOJ letters and other letters are theirs. They're lying in California. They're lying in Dallas, Houston, Woodlands, Dubai, wherever the fuck else this is going on. Connecticut, Grenada, maybe China. So what these terrorists are doing is they're stealing my data, masking themselves with my data, leaving the country and going to different parts of the world. And then I guess they're leaving me with their data or something, and that's part of the reason I'm always being assaulted and attacked. Also, never fall for their intermediary hustles. And I've said this a million times. So if you've never heard this or this isn't in the telepathy files, clearly they're tampering with it. Zero credibility. Because they love to stalk me 24/7 and filter data. So they filter audio, erase audio, they filter telepathy and erase telepathy. So they're filtering telepathy 24/7. That's part of the reason they're stalking me 24/7. They're tampering with eye outputs. They're tampering with telepathy. They're tampering with telepathy. They're tampering with audio, and they just don't report honestly. They just sit there filtering data, editing out key points like that. Because I've said these things before. So that should tell you they're tampering with telepathy in real time and editing it. And then when I say it out loud and it goes out in the telepathy, they immediately erase it. So that's what they're doing. So don't fall for it. So I'm just going to write to you now.